All right, good morning, everybody. This is Max, and welcome to our Wednesday morning Ask Max session. First question of the day is, where are the scripts? Now, are you participating in Endless Free Leads, or are you in boot camp?
I'm in endless free leads.
Okay. I'm gonna go. We have a membership directory, a membership site. Have you been there?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, you need to check your email or write to support@maxsteingart.com. And what we've done is we've set up a site exclusively for you. Everybody has a password and a code and a password. And so when you get to Endless Free Leads today, which is in essence what you purchased,
right?
There's a short video to watch. I'm going to move this out of the way for just a second. There's a short video for you to watch that explains the whole process, and then we have different sections. We have the getting started videos, which shows you how to get set up on MySpace. Okay?
Right.
And then we have the Internet Relationship Game, and these are all 30-minute sections that will talk about setting up your MySpace page, and explains the whole process of writing back and forth and communicating through either email or instant messaging. And then these are your script, the secrets for starting profitable conversations. We give you examples of how to start conversations, how to transition from talking about chit-chat to talking about your business, how to close your sales, and on top of that, we also give you actual examples of real conversations. Now you go down a little further, we have quick reference links. You want to know what you need to do on a daily basis? They're right here. You want to know who to look for? They're right here. Now, what we've done is, for example, these are your scripts. If you want to connect with somebody for the first time, if you click on that link, it's going to bring up so you don't have to retype them. You can actually go here. These are user-friendly. You can copy them. Obviously, you're not Max, so you're gonna change these, and you're gonna customize them to the person you're talking to. We have covered everything. I've got 3 downloadable books. The one you're really gonna want to pay attention to is this boot camp workbook, and then we have little 5-minute videos on every element. If you don't remember, where do I get started? Go over here and just work your way down, and we cover every element of putting yourself up on MySpace, including protecting yourself from spam. There are orientation videos about instant messaging, how to set it up, what to do with the instant message wizard, and how to set your preferences. We have videos on making friends online, and we have videos on prospecting strategies. All right? So now all of that is for you in the Endless Free Leads Today program. Now the question I'm always asked is, what's the difference? And of course you have access to me on certain Ask Max sessions where you can dial in and ask me questions. And I'm always asked, what's the difference between Endless Free Leads and Boot Camp? And I will show you. I'll go back down to the directory. And now we're going to go into boot camp, and you'll notice, and we have people. I have students that have taken boot camp 2.0, 3.0, or 4.0, but the most current is 5.0. And remember that this information changes all the time. So in boot camp, again, we've got a welcome video, and then we have these are live sessions that step everybody through the process, and we're in the process tomorrow. We're going to be recording sessions 5 and 6, The quick reference guide, they're exactly what you're seeing over in boot camp, over in Endless Free Leads. The step-by-step instructions are still here, except in boot camp, we don't just talk about MySpace. We talk about Facebook, we talk about Yahoo, we talk about the whole gamut of social networking sites. And then we've got orientation videos the same. And this is really one of the things that the difference. The folks in boot camp, get 6 hours of just, concentrated. This is the latest stuff. Last week, MySpace made a couple of changes. And I'm helping everybody work their way through the changes. But the folks in boot camp, in addition to having access to me 10 hours a week, also have these Ask Max sessions, which are priceless. In this one here, you actually watch me instant message a fella, and going back and forth, and then get the fella on the telephone, and you hear the whole phone conversation. Same thing with this one. And so you've got this, whether you're in Endless Free Leads today or you're in boot camp, you have access as often as you need to these videos that you can watch over and over and over again. These are for your use only. Okay? Now, when you have questions, you dial into these and ask me. And I will answer any questions. What I'm sharing with you will eliminate the barriers to success in your business, in anybody's business. What network marketing company are you with?
I'm with Primerica.
Okay, super. Well, you're going to be able to go online, and if you know the demographics or the type of person that you're looking for, we're going to show you how to go into that member directory, search for people, and pick out people who you can tell immediately, just by looking at their page, that, wow, this is somebody that might or could, or more than that, should appreciate my business. Now, that's based on what they've published about themselves. Now, you make a connection, and now you start asking them questions in casual conversation, and with every answer you get, you're either moving closer to this person becoming a prospect and getting into your business as a business builder or a customer, or you are, with every answer you get, this person's not a prospect for my business. If you're talking to somebody and they're telling you, well, they don't have any money, why are you talking to them? It's true that if people see an opportunity for themselves, they will find the money. But if you're talking to somebody that is 2 months behind in their rent, about to get evicted, and gives you a whole sob story about, well, my roommate was supposed to pay the water, and my roommate was supposed to pay the lights, and now I'm stuck here, and I'm about to get evicted, and blah, 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 blah. You're talking, she might be a very, very nice person, and you enjoy the conversation. However, you've got to recognize this person's not a prospect for your business. They've got bigger problems. You're looking for people who are ambitious. You're looking for people who want more out of life, who are open and looking for an opportunity. You're looking for people that are employed. Or you're looking for people who are in transition, and maybe they've been laid off, and they're looking for something else to do, and they've got some money to carry themselves for a while. But put yourself in their place. If you're looking for a business opportunity, and you're looking for business opportunity, you want to know, well, okay, if I invest X amount of dollars, show me the money. If I X amount of dollars, how much money can I make this month? Don't ask me to invest $500 in my business if I'm struggling to make payments. If I can't make it back the first 30 days, and if your program doesn't allow for that person to do that, then if you're looking for somebody that, well, you're going to do this part-time and it's going to grow slow, that's a totally different story. But you're doing somebody a disservice if you try to ram a business down somebody's throat with the, oh man, there are people in this business that are making $10,000, $20,000 a month. But that person that you're talking to wants to know, well, what am I going to make in July? So you have to pay attention to what the person that you're talking to or communicating with is telling you. And as they tell you their situation, you have to decide, is this some, do I need to go any further with this person? Or would my time be better spent talking to somebody else that is, really a prospect for my business? The people in real estate are struggling. And a lot of these folks, if you're a realtor, nobody pays your salary. You're working on commission only. People in real estate are struggling. They're dipping into savings to cover their bills. Most of the realtors that you've met, that you will meet, are being bombarded by solicitations from coworkers. So you become a friend first. Learn about the other person, answer their questions, find out what it is that they're involved with, what are they doing in this period of time, and everybody's going to be curious about what you're doing. Everybody. And let me go back to this to the site, because there's one thing here that I really want to show you, and it comes with the scripts, and here it is: what to say when somebody asks you what you do. And this is so critical, because what happens with most people, and I see it. You see, one of the beautiful things about doing this on the internet, and something that you're all going to benefit from, is when you're talking to somebody on the phone, or when you're talking to somebody face to face, there's no record. You might be so busy talking you miss something. People may be saying no to you, not the business, and there's no record. But when you email people back and forth, when you instant message them back and forth, if you go back and read the conversation again, you're not in the heat of battle now. You're sitting there, you're typing, if it's an instant message, what do I say next? You're trying to think 2 steps ahead, and you really need to focus on what is the person telling you. And from time to time you miss things. And we're going to show you, as part of Endless Free Leads today, those scripts that we give you will not only work for you on the internet, they will work for you in real life. So when somebody asks you what you do, give them a short answer, follow that by a benefit, and then ask them a question. For example, what do? I have an internet business. That's all you have to say. Everybody wants to make money on the internet. Right away, that arouses curiosity. Now, you give a benefit. What does this business do for you? It gives me the money to travel and sail. And then you end with a question. You turn it around and ask them what they do. When somebody asks you what you do, that is not your opening to give them your 10-minute elevator speech or a 15-minute business. You asked me what I did, and you go on and on. I'm with an international company that's in the health and wellness field, and we do $50 million a year, and we're in 18 different countries, and the company is wonderful, and it gives people like you and I a chance to blah, 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 blah. That's what network marketers are taught to do. And if network marketing started last year, you might have a shot at going out and doing that successfully, but it's been around for 40 years, maybe longer. And so what happens is you run into people that have already been in a network marketing company, have already been bombarded with this type of solicitation and this type of behavior, and as soon as they hear it, they recognize it, and boom, the barrier goes up. Oh, I got another one of these. So, your examples of short answers. What do? I make money online so I can spend time with my family. How long have you been selling real estate? Short answers: I have an internet business. I make money online. I'm into marketing online. I work with an international company. I work with a rapidly expanding company. That's all you have to say. And now the benefits. Gives me the income to travel. It enables me to stay home with my kids, that I can work with my wife at home. Fill in your own personal benefit. What made you decide to get into your business? That's the benefit. What will you be doing with all the money you're going to make? That's the benefit. And it's got to be short. And then turn around and ask them questions. And there are 7 questions. What did they do? What does that entail? How long have they done it? How do they like what they're doing? What did they do before? Have they ever thought about doing anything else? And are you familiar with the network marketing industry? And you use this approach when you talk to people, and you qualify them in and out of your business, and they don't even realize you're doing it. So you can enjoy talking to people. The whole process becomes amazing fun. And now you're tapping in to an unlimited, inexhaustible supply of prospects. And so there are, in essence, when you go in and you start searching for people, there are 6 laws to making this work for you. Okay? Now the first one is you always listen to your inner voice. When you go in and you do a search, and let's see if this still works. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a search. And so on MySpace, you can go in and you can now browse their member directory. And you can look for either men or women. You could look for people in any age range. I'm just gonna go now for women between, let's say, let me ask you, when you're prospecting for people for Prime America, okay? Do you prefer working with men or women?
Both.
Okay. Now, how old are you?
55.
Okay. Now, do you have, I recognize that any people between 30 and 60 might or could be interested in your business. But is there an age of people? Let's go 15 years. Let's go down to 39, because most of the women that are 39 are really in their 40s. And let's take it up let's go up to 55.
Okay.
All right? And we could really even narrow that a little bit. And are you married?
Yes.
Okay. And so what we're going to do is let's look for men and women between 39 and 55 who are married, who are here for networking and friends. And we only want this top box checked off. Show only users who have photos. And pay attention, we're doing an advanced search. When you log in here for the first time, it's set on basic, so you go to advanced. Now, we don't care about their ethnicity, body type or height. We don't care whether they smoke or drink. However, we do care that they're straight, because this eliminates a lot of the people that have an online sexual agenda. Now, do you have any kids?
Yes.
Okay. So you're looking for somebody that's a proud parent. Now, when somebody is a parent, it also gives them additional financial responsibilities. So we're looking for men and women between 39 and 55. Now, give me your zip code.
07067.
07067. Now, it's not necessary. Now, we can say, okay, maybe in your area there's a meeting or there's something going on. So we're going to do a search 100 miles from your zip code. And now, and we can now search for people by religion. We can search for people by income status, by income range. Now, pay attention to this. Not everybody puts their income in. So this becomes a sorter and a qualifier. And there are going to be a lot of people that make this kind of money that do not put their income in. So sometimes just doing a search for no income and no religion, last to log in, let's see how many we get. Now what you're going to do is you are going to develop a series of search criteria. For example, we've got 3,000 people within 100 miles of your zip code. Now, let's go down, let's just take a look at where some of these people are from. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Now look at these pictures.
Right.
So we could turn around and say, you know what? Let's go down 50 miles. And now we're going to filter out people that don't live, that live 51 miles away from you. And again, you got 3,000. Okay, now you come over here and you see, you look at the pictures. And here's Brian Keith. You can't see his face, you can't see anything about this picture. What's the story with this guy? Well, you know something? You might be curious. That little voice might be saying, you know, I wonder who this guy is. Well, Brian Keith was an actor, but he's older than 52. And what's all of this about? And frankly, you've got 300 pages with 10 people on a page. You got 3,000 choices here. You don't have the time. Here's Leon. He's got a picture of him hugging his dog. And he's not exactly smiling. He's here for networking. Well, why is Leon here? Remember, we're looking for people that now we did a search for married folks. On Yahoo, they have a category married but looking. So here's Leslie. She's here for friends. Mikey, what kind of a picture is this? He's here for networking and friends. He's got a sense of humor, or he's deeply disturbed. Okay? So you can save yourself the trouble. So here's blessings flow, and here's something about prosperity. But why doesn't this woman have her picture? What's the story here? Well, so you're going to learn. And here's somebody called Lucky in Love. And again, you can tell she's smiling. It's not the best picture in the world. And here's somebody that's Moonlight Limousine Service. And you know what? If there's nobody on the first page that you want to connect with, go to the second page. You got 300 pages.
Wow. So
we scroll down again, and the clock is ticking. Okay, here is John Boudet, and he's looking for friends. And it looks like he's a musician. Here's Kevin, holding a pussycat. Here's the cigar man doing what we don't want to know. And so you scroll down. Okay, here's Leslie. She's right in front of you. She's smiling. She's here, and she doesn't tell you where she is in New Jersey, which means that she's come halfway. Maybe she doesn't want you to know where she is. Okay, so let's go ahead. We want to learn more about Leslie. We take our arrow, put it over her face, right-click it, and it brings up a little menu, and left-click on Open Link in a new window. And so now we're bringing up Leslie's page without disturbing our search. So we can do whatever we want with Leslie and then go back. So here is her quote. Just being me, and whoever has the child, could you please mute out your phone by doing a *6? Now, when you do this, I have to tell you, it could be very, very easy. Go ahead and turn your sound down. Because what I suggest you do is when you start looking at these pages, as soon as they come up, minimize them.
Okay.
Okay? So don't wait for them to load. Now you can go down. Here's Kim. Now she's looking for friends. She's got a little baby. And she tells us, and she's smiling. Open up the link in a new window. As soon as it comes up, as soon as you see it starting to load, minimize it. Just hit that flat line. And now we can do 4 or 5 of them. Well, here's Laura. She's here for friends. Well, you know what? We can go back up here and we can say, you know what? Let's just see the people that are here for networking.
Okay.
And so you are going to modify your searches, and every time you do a search, you get different results. You could turn around and say, you know what? I really prefer working with women. It eliminates, so let me see all the married women who are online that are proud parents within 150 miles of you. You still have 3,000.
Wow.
Okay? So we turn around and say, well, okay, well, wait a minute. Show me all the women who are married, parents, and maybe went to college, or went to some college, or went to graduate, went to college. You know, okay, now you've filtered out a couple. Now you're down to 1945. So so you've got 100. Oh, come on, get out of here. You have 195 pages of people within 50 miles of you. Now you can build your business anywhere in the U.S. So does it really matter if they're close to you? No. So if your company is having an event in a different part of the country, put in the zip code of that place, and you can find thousands of people within 50 or 100 miles of where that is. Scroll back down, click the update button, and now you're back up to 3,000. Okay, so here's somebody here. It's for networking. And again, Kim isn't telling you where in Texas she is, so she might not be as open as somebody who tells you the city and the state. Somebody puts what is this, a birthday cake? You're better off. Here is Sharon in Crossville, Tennessee. You open up her page, and now as soon as it comes up, just minimize it. Okay, so now if we minimize our search page, and we come back over here, we've got Leslie, we got Kim, and we got Sharon. They've loaded on their own, and now on our own time, we can go back and, okay, let's bring up Leslie. And let's see what Leslie's story is, because now we're still qualifying. If we didn't like the headline, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. Sometimes people put things that are borderline profane, borderline obscene. If you get to this, if you don't like the headline, stop. If you don't like the background, stop. If the mood, I'm online and I'm horny, pass. So you're scrolling down, and really, what do we want to know about Leslie? We're scrolling down, and we can see Mommy Leslie. Okay, so maybe she went here for her kids. We're scrolling down. We want to find out, what does Leslie do? She doesn't say. She says she's making between $75,000 and $100,000 a year. Doesn't tell us very much about herself, and so we're here. Now let's go over here. Wait a minute. Let's take a look at her groups. Piercing and tattoo freaks. I'm gonna pass. Weird New Jersey single parents. I'm out of here. Now we go to the next one. Here's Kim. Happy wife, proud mom, new grandma, and brand new one. I don't get much better than this. And she's turned my mouse into Tinkerbell. So she's put a lot of thought and effort into this. And Kim Kyle comes home from Penn State football camp tomorrow. Can't wait to see him. Well, what's the story with her? Again, we're going to scroll down and notice there's no URL, which means that she doesn't have instant messaging. Well, let's scroll down a little bit. Now she's in sales. Now, somebody in sales, what does she sell? How long has she, look at her mood, she's jolly. You want to connect with her? Go over here and add her to your friends list. Now, that's the next step. When you go and add her to your friends list, you're going to see she's making it easy. So you take one of those opening communication lines that I just showed you, you modify it, you paste it in here, and you could contact 10, 20 people, 30, no more than 40 people a day, and send them friend requests. And now you're on your way. If they accept you as a friend, and you should be getting at least a 50% acceptance rate. A lot of my students get 75, 80, 100% acceptance rates. It all depends on who you decide to contact. If the ball's in your court, you are always in charge of this. So that's kind of. Let me see if I got it. Did I have one more? Okay, and here's Sharon. We still hear music playing. So here's Sharon, and she's got copies of Captain Morgan rum in the background and a Ford Mustang. I may be stupid. I may be stupid, but I must be smarter than you. Don't rattle my cage, bitch. Do we have to go any further?
No.
Okay. And I know you're going to say, I'm curious, what does she do? We can scroll down. We're already here. Caregiver for home senior services. This woman's taking care of your old aunt. God help her. Okay? I may be stupid, but I'm much smarter than you, bitch. Don't rattle my cage. You could have stopped right here. So this is how you prospect. And what you're going to find is if in an hour a day, you want to spend 20 minutes going through and doing those searches. And then you want to spend another 20 minutes connecting with the people, answering your email, qualifying people with questions, and in no short order. I mean, we've got examples of people who have gone online, sent out 49 friend requests, had 36 people accept them, and one person signed up in his business. We've got other examples of someone, at the end of a week, 177 accepted friends. He was sending out 40 friend requests a day. 177 people accepted, 5 people got in his business.
Wow.
So it's all a matter of you getting used to this medium, you having your page set up so that people like you, having your page set up so that it doesn't appear like you are out trying to sell something. Because the words in a person's profile indicates their online agenda. Water seeks its own level. So you can find all kinds of amazing and wonderful people. Now, this is what happens. When you send somebody an instant message, here's C. Ford, 1951. A 57-year-old male in North Bend, Oregon. Now, when you send somebody an instant message, they don't know you from Adam. They don't know you from Adam. This is what they say. Now, what are they doing when you send that instant message? They could be at work. They could be at home. They might decide. If they can accept your message, they can deny it, or they can say, you know what, I don't want to be bought. I don't ever want to hear from this person again. If they deny and block you, you'll never know. If they deny you, you'll never know. You don't even know if they see this.
Right.
Okay? Because they could have a spreadsheet up. They could be doing all kinds of work. They could close down their computer and never see this. So you can either send somebody an instant message, you can send them a friend request, or you can send them a little note. You could take that same friend request and send it as an email to somebody. Hey, I'd like to be your friend. When they accept you as a friend, then you're on first base. You've made that electronic connection, and you can just keep going back and forth, typing, and learn enough about them to where they have a need. Everybody that you talk to, everybody wants to know how to make money on the internet. And so now the question is, you could talk to 100 people a day and explain your business to them and not have one person be qualified, or you could speak to 8 or 9 people a day about your business, and 80% of them are going to get into the business because the only people you're talking to, you have pre-screened and pre-qualified. Does that help you?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, let me take a look and see. We got a bunch of instant messages questions here.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And don't hesitate to dial into these in any part of this process and get your questions answered, because that's what I'm here for.
Okay.
And okay, so now we have, and by the way, if at any time in the future you elect, because I do boot camps from time to time, if at any time you elect to take a boot camp, then as an alumni you get it at a discounted price.
Oh, great.
Okay? And if you need it for any reason, I'm also available to do one-on-one coaching. So let's see here. We've got C. Ford. Let's accept his instant message. Okay. Would you give me some feedback on my page, or I need to start over? I'm not getting a good response on friend requests. Well, you know, C. Ford, you know, again, your URL is C. Ford. The reason I want you to send me an instant message is because this way I can easily get to the profile, and we've got a record of everything. If I want to view what we've talked about before, so remember, Craig, you did this with your name, so it's not surprising that, you know, what we really want to do is we want to come up with a marketing page for you that markets and promotes you. So, Life Mentor on the Oregon coast. Okay, so we're going to scroll down, and he's got 3 friends. All right, now let me ask you a question. How many pending friend requests do you have out? Now, where do you find that? If you go to your home page and you go over to Mail and you click over here on Friend Requests, you click on Friend Requests, and now look down in the left column and you can see Friend Requests and then Sent Requests. And so what I want you to do is I want you to click on Sent Requests. And so I have 43 pending friend requests. In other words, I've sent out, and they give you 10 on a page. So I've got 4 pages and a 5th page with 3 on there. And what I want to know is how many pending friend requests have you sent out? Okay? And Global Success Mentor. Will you show us how to organize your prospects? Do you put them in a category when you request them as a friend? You can. Yes, you can. Okay, and how do we respond back to someone after we have asked them if they are familiar with the network marketing industry? That depends on what they say. Okay? And so we will delve in and answer that question, and we have no questions here. Okay, so let's hit these one at a time. Let's go back to Craig's page. Life Mentor on the Oregon coast. Now that would make a good that would make a good URL. Except it's kind of long. You maybe the Oregon. Well, you know, I'm telling you. You see, the problem that you when you put it like this, sometimes you restrict yourself. You're a life mentor, okay? You're a lifestyle mentor. You're a lifestyle designer. You're a lifestyle coach. But my curiosity here is how many friend requests have you sent out? If you tell me, well, I've sent out 10 or I've sent out 15, well, these 2 don't count. How many have you sent out? That's really what I need to know. I'm looking at the rest of this. I've been blessed with a loving, supporting wife for 37 years. I'm indebted to my 3 children and personal growth. Over the past 20 years, we've been self-employed and worked together as a couple. We want to break this up a little bit, maybe make this a different paragraph. This has given us the freedom to attend most of our, I hate that word freedom. This has given us the time. Okay? Who would you like to meet? This page still needs a lot of work, and but it's not bad. But what I'd like to know, is how many people have you? I'm not getting a good response on my friend requests. How many have you sent out? That's what I need to know. Because remember, if people aren't responding to you, it's because they don't like your picture or your name or something on your page. I don't really see a whole lot wrong with this. 70% of the problem is the people you choose. So, this needs to be made a little bit easier, but the $64 question really is, how many people have you connected with? Unless you're telling me, I sent out 50 friend requests and only 3 people said yes, or 1 person said yes, then we'd have to look in a number of places. Okay, let's go to Successful Mentor. Will you show us how to organize your prospects? Do you put them in a category when you request them as a friend? There's a number of different ways to organize your prospects. Now, you've got your MySpace page is one place, and you have the instant message window, which is another place. Now, when you get started on MySpace, let me get rid of this, and let's just go down to, okay. When you get started on MySpace, people are in either your IM friends. When you take somebody off of your homepage and you stick them over onto your MySpace IM with Skype, they end up in this category, IM friends. There's also a category that MySpace gives you called recent contacts. Somebody sends you an instant message, recent contact, they're right here. They're automatically added to your list. This entire list will only hold 1,000 people. So you could have 2 or 3 or 4,000 people on your homepage, but only 1,000 of them are going to be able to instant message you, or you're only going to be able to put 1,000 people on this list. So you're going to create new categories. You're going to create a prospect category after you start talking to somebody. And how do you do that? You go up here to people, you scroll down, create a new group, type in the name of a group, and it'll add it to this list. When you start talking to people and you identify that they are a prospect, you may decide after instant messaging them, because they're a doctor or a teacher or a lawyer, you may decide to put them in this category. Notice out of 410 people on this list, 26 of them are online right now. You're going to have a prospect list. You're going to have MLM prospects. 6 people out of 27 are online right now. You may set up another group, real estate prospects, banking prospects, hot prospects. So you create your own lists. And what you can do is, for example, let's say that, okay, here's somebody that recently contacted me, and what I want to do is I want to move them. I right-click, and now I can move the person to a group, and all of your groups are set up right here. So I can say, okay, she is in my, if I had a group for endless free leads, I would put them there. Or if I would say, okay, she's getting started, so I'm going to stick her there. And now she's been moved. I can go over here. Here's Loving Life on the Coast. Right click, move to a group, and I could put her in any group I want. I can stick her in I Am Friends. I can put her in, I think she's in boot camp, so I'm going to move her to boot camp. And that's how you move people on your instant message system. Now let me show you what you do. Now what I'm going to show you what you do with your home page. So to get to my home page, and again, I'm just getting started today. This is my, I've logged on. First thing in the morning, what I want to do is I want to go to my home page, and I want to bring up, this is part of my 10-minute housekeeping activity. Okay? So today's Wednesday. I missed yesterday. So I'm going to update this. Today's Wednesday. The Lucky Man at the Beach is ready to help 3 more people make their fortunes on the internet, and I am excited. And now every time one of my friends comes online, they're going to see this. And now I'm going to scroll down a little further, and I want to go, see, I got new messages, I got friend requests approved, but I want to see, I need to send out that bulletin. So I'm going to go to my bulletin, and I'm going to go to my mail because I need to send out the motivational message today as a bulletin. And sometimes, you know, if you've only got 5 minutes in the morning, get up in the morning, turn your computer on, leave it on all day. Log in, set your instant messaging system up, and in the morning what you're going to do is you turn it on, you send out the motivational message in a bulletin. It's never over until you say it's over. We're going to copy this, and what we're going to do is we're going to paste it and in the bulletin. And now what we're doing here is we are communicating with all of our friends. Everybody gets it. Your daily motivation. And it's never over until, and I'm just going to, you say so. Okay, and now I'm going to post it and I'm going to send it. And it gives you a chance to take a look at it. And so in less than a minute, you have communicated with all of your online friends. And they're going to love getting these messages, and it's going to make them curious about who is this guy. Now go over to your mail. Okay, you're going to get comments. And I don't post comments. But I've set it up so that if anybody wants to send me a comment, they got to approve it. Well, who is Compassion? What is her online agenda? She's my friend, but who is she? Open the link in a new window. When they contact you back, now when you're looking at the page, you want to decide who is this person and where is she, in what group of prospects do I want to put her? Do I want to give her a high priority, medium priority, or low priority? Where there is surrender, there is love and compassion. What is this? Where there is surrender, there is love and compassion. Whereas fear results in hatred and anonymity. Okay. Well, why is this lady here? She's 99 years old. I don't think so. So we're going to scroll down, and she's thankful. Compassion gives life. Why is she my friend? So we're scrolling down. Okay, now so this person is being very, very vague. She says she's serious, relationships, and friends. What does she do?
Fat girl.
What does she do? Let's see what kind of comment she sent. Okay, well, you know what? I don't post these on my page. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to deny it. Not going to hurt her feelings. She sent this out to me, and she sent it to other people. She sends it out to a lot of people. Here's another one. Dear Heart, have a terrific Tuesday. You know, I had a marvelous Monday, so I'm here wishing you a terrific Tuesday. Big hugs. They send this out to lots of people, and this is terribly time-consuming. You know, oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to deny it. Hey, Max, when and where will the recorded sessions be ready to review? You've got older sessions to review, but the newer ones, Sessions 5 and 6 last week were a disaster because of all the changes that MySpace was making. So I'm going to deny this. Now again, if you want me to communicate, if you want to communicate with me, don't send me comments. You want to communicate with me, connect with me during one of my live Ask Max sessions, and I will review everything. Now I'm going to go over to my friend requests, because on a daily basis you're going to get friend requests. So here's Kelly wants to be my friends, and Uptone Jim wants to be my friend. Sonny, these three people want to be my friend. Now none of them have really not including a comment in that friend request is critical. If I want to know a little bit more about this person, I would have to look at their page, take my arrow over their face, right click, open up the link. Well, you know what? I can just accept all of them. I like the pictures aren't bad. I can, I'll look at them later. So I can go back to my home page, and I can scroll down, and I can see, okay, I've got a whole bunch of new friend requests that have been approved, including the ones that I just did. So I scroll down and I say, okay, these are all my new friends. Now some of the folks I contacted, for example, Jeanette here is an Arbonne rep that I contacted. And notice over here, somebody got deleted. And probably because their page was a blatant commercial for their network marketing business. How do I get this info to you? The same way you just typed. Send it to me here. Whoops. I didn't mean to shout. How do I get this information for you? If you were watching you go to your home page, you go to mail, go to friend requests, and then scroll down to where you see friend requests, and below it is sent requests. And it seems to me, unless I'm mistaken, unless you've got 40 or 50 friend requests out there, or 60 or 70, it's too early to tell if there's something wrong with your page. I don't see anything wrong with your page. Okay, I'm up to 45 friends, 29 pending. I miss logging my sent stats the first 2 days. Some of the older pendings disappear because they choose not to become friends. Do they also age out, or do they stay pending? They stay there for 30 days, and then they age out. If a person does not accept you as a friend, their name will disappear. It feels okay to me. I have already deleted one of my early friends. I found her at bulletin posts. I didn't care for her attitude. Okay? And that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to cancel out lots of folks. Okay, how do we respond back to somebody if we ask them if they are familiar with network marketing? If they say yes, what was their experience? Okay, and there's a whole training here. There's a whole training on what to say to other network marketers. You want to learn about, or that's what you, I'm sorry, that's what you, if you're talking to an actual network marketer, there's a training. What you want to say, what was their experience? What company were they with? What happened? What was their first experience? You want to learn about them. If they say no, tell them about your company. But you know, if you're talking to a woman and you ask her, are you familiar with network marketing? And she says no. Well, have you ever heard of companies like Mary Kay or Avon? Oh yeah, I used to be an Avon rep. So if you don't ask that question, and now you go into your network marketing pitch, oh man, I did Avon years ago. Oh, they're trying to sell me vitamins. They're trying to sell. Find out what their experience is first. If they were in Avon, how'd they do? Why'd they quit? You have to understand. You have to understand who they are. These conversations are all about them. Now, can I be signed into MySpace accounts simultaneously at 2 different locations? You can log in to your MySpace page on the same computer on 2 MySpace pages. On your home page, you can only be logged into one account on a computer on your instant messaging. Okay? You can log into as many. I could be logged on to this computer right now on my page, on Debbie's page, on somebody else's page. I could be on their home page doing whatever I want to do. But when it comes to instant messaging, only one at a time. When you deny the comment, will they know? No, they don't know. They don't know. And again, it's not about the comments. Let me see if I got everybody. So far, so good. Again, I want to remind all of you. Let me see. We got everybody. Yep. Let's see. You have 5. Your daily motivations highlighted on your page under subscriptions to a blog. Okay, that's good. 5 is not enough. I mean, you got to have 50, you got to have 60 or 70, and at least 50% of the people that you connect with. Don't send out 5 and wait to see how you do. How do you get them there, and should we add them to your page? No. I played around with the setting up a blog, and frankly, I found it to be a waste of time. If you want to create a blog, it means that people have to go to your page and they have to look at your blog, and why bother when you can just send it to everybody in a bulletin? What about 2 different computers? Same thing. You can be logged on as many accounts as you want on different computers. However, folks, I am out of time and I've got a coaching session, so you can catch up with me at 4 o'clock this afternoon or 10 o'clock tonight. Again, I want to remind you, we're taking reservations for our internet dating course. It's going to start on Friday, and I have 2 coaching positions available. You can go to maxsteingart.com/coaching if you're interested in speeding up the process. I'll catch up to all of you at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Take care.